Hey guys, welcome back to the new shop space. So we are continuing to add our machinery, our tools and equipment and build this place out. I'm continuing that today. I have some new Reelcraft hose reels and cord reels here that I am gonna begin installing on the beams here. I've actually got 2 of them installed right there. I did that this morning while Air Power Services, they were still here finishing out the new air compressor system with the Kaiser air compressor and the smart pipe. And I also had the electricians here today too. They were running another 3-phase circuit for me for some future machinery. And also they were hanging some more lights. I had them add 5 more of those UFO LED lights in here to help kind of brighten this whole side of the shop up a little bit more. So since all those guys were working, we had our airline just about complete. I went ahead and took the time and and installed those 2 right there. But we actually have those 2 plumbed into our airlines now, and they are ready to use. But I'm going to go ahead and jump on starting the install for the rest of the hose reels we have here and get them in place and get them hooked into our line. So I thought I would grab the camera and bring you along for the ride, show you how I'm doing this. I've got a new mag drill that we're going to be using on the beams to hopefully make this job a little bit easier. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to pull you in here and show you a little closer shot of our new hose reels that is going up. So we have a couple different models here. We have a couple of these cord reels here that we're going to be mounting up. These are excellent and they really help with shop organization and not having extension cords laying all across the floor. Get these things mounted up on the wall and you can always have your extension cord up out of the way. So we've got a couple of these to hang. We'll just put one. We're probably going to put one over here in this area, and then we'll have one back there somewhere as well. So in case we need extension cord, that's what this guy's for. All right, so this hose reel here, I believe this is the 4000 series. It is a 1/4-inch ID hose, and this hose I believe is 40 foot long. And this is the same one that we've got on the corner right there. We've got 2 of them. These 2 hose reels are going to serve this area of the shop. So I wanted to be able to have one that we can pull down to run both a mist cool system on the mill or on the lathe, whatever we need to do, and have another hose reel there ready for, just shop air. Have a air nozzle on there whenever we need to use it to blow something off. So we've got 2 of them there. This one, which is the same size, I believe we're gonna put it right up there on that beam, and we have a drop that's going to feed right there. We've already got the tubing hooked in, and so we're going to have that one right there. These guys here, I believe this is the 7000 series. They have a lot of different series and I kind of get them mixed up, but I believe these are the 7000 series. So these are going to be your a little bit more common size 3/8 ID hose, 50 foot long, and we're going to have one over there right above the compressor on that beam, and that'll serve that side of the shop, for the American pacemaker. And then we're going to have one more right up there on that beam there, and that will serve this welding area right there. Okay, and this is one of their newer styles called the Reel Safe, and the way that this is designed is that it keeps the hose reel from coiling up super fast. If you let go of this thing and it starts winding up, like say you just accidentally let go of that, it's gonna slow the rate of retraction and not whip this hose all around. So this is one of the things that they developed to try to make a safer hose reel for the shop environment there. So we've got 2 of these guys that we're gonna hang. And then we have this guy right here. Now this is really exciting for me. This is gonna be your oxygen acetylene hose that I plan on mounting right there in that general area. The idea that I have is that I'm gonna end up having my gas bottles over there and oxygen bottles along that wall, and I will have this hose reel. We actually have one more that is for inert gas, so it just has one hose on there, and the idea is that we can have all of our bottles right along the wall, have our hose reel mounted above the tanks, and be able to stretch that hose out. If we need to come over here, if we need to come out here to the shop and work with a torch, come over here, we'll be able to use our hose reels for that purpose there. So this one's going to go up later because I need to build some kind of framing up there that we can put our 2 hose reels up there on. All right. These are a couple of the brackets that they fabricate that you can use. They have a few different configurations of this. This is the one that I used on the corner right there. it allows it to pivot, but you can, what this one's for, so that you can mount it on the wall and then you can angle it where you want. And it comes with a pin that goes into these holes right here. So once you get it in the position you want, you can simply stick that in there and it locks it in place, keeps it from moving. Or you can leave it out, stick it in these holes and just allow it to pivot if that's how you'd like to use it. And this is another form of that type of bracket. This is a swing bracket that you can mount the hose reels on. And then these are the ones that I mounted at the home shop there, and it allows you to, you know, have your hose reel so that whenever you're using it, pulling it, it allows it to pivot to go the direction that you're going. So we'll be mounting these up there with the hose reels as well. All right, so that's our exciting new hose reels. Definitely check out Reelcraft. These guys are made in America, made up in Columbia City, Indiana. They take pride in their craftsmanship and they make a top quality product. And I would highly recommend checking out their products because they have a lot to offer. Not just these guys right here. If you look at their catalog, you can see that they have a whole range of reels for any type of industry. They even offer them in like stainless, you know, if you need something for saltwater environments or around food manufacturing facilities. They have something for you, I guarantee it. So check out their products. It's top of the line. So this is our new mag drill. I picked this up from KBC Tools. It's the Evolution brand of mag drill. I also got a couple of the sets from the KBC line of annular cutters. And what we have here is this is the shorter set of annular cutters, and then you have a deeper set so you can go through thicker materials with these guys right there. They seem like real nice, high quality tools, extremely sharp, and hopefully these are gonna work well for us. We've also got this Evolution brand. It's the mini set. So this set right here will go all the way down to 5/16. So it'll go to 5/16 to 3/4. All right, and that's what those guys look like. It's got an arbor that they go on, and these would be good for some small hole drilling with the mag drill. So all stuff from KBC Tools. Check them out if you're looking for a mag drill. One of the reasons why I wanted to go with this right here is because it's much lighter than the existing mag drill that you guys may have seen me use in the past. You know, I've got my dad's old Bucks brand with a Black & Decker drill, and it's extremely heavy. I did not want to have to fight trying to put a mag drill up here on these beams. It can be done, or you can stand up there and try to hand drill it if you want to. I really wanted to go with a mag drill to make this job a little bit easier. And I think this thing only weighs, it's somewhere like 25, 26 pounds. And that'll make it a lot easier being able to get it up there and mag it down to that beam and do the drilling. And we'll have a nice mag drill to use around here into the future for some of our future fab projects. All right, there it is. Very cool. Looks like it's got some type of mist coolant system that you can use with it there. Takes cutting fluid in that. There's the handles. Oh yeah, look at that. I definitely can't do that with my dad's old mag drill anymore. This is much lighter. It can be a lot easier to be able to position where you want it whenever you're going up to a vertical surface like we're going to do. Looks like it comes with a I guess that's some kind of guard that you can use with it there as well. There's some other tools. So I'll get this guy all put together so we can get up here on these beams and do some drilling. You have the mag on and off switch on the back there. I'm using my little plate here that I use for my Noga to suck it down on. So you can turn that on. And then you got the on and on switch here. This is adjustable, so on this other side there is you have this screw right here, which is left-handed by the way, so right-handed loosens it up. So it's made so that you can slide it up and down on these dovetail ways wherever you need it, and then tighten it up. That way if you're using a long drill or a longer, you know, large annular cutter, you can loosen it up and kind of position it where you want to. So it does come with a chuck up to a 1/2 inch capacity or 13 millimeter. And this this mini set of cutters seems pretty cool right there. Now keep in mind, it's for, you know, shallow depths of cut, so you can't go through any really thick materials with this, but I think it's going to be fine for those beams that we're drilling. I went ahead and set one up here. So it comes with the arbor, and it's got the center. That is a spring-loaded center inside there. You got 3 flats for the chuck, and they just simply screw on. I believe this is the size I'm going to use, 7/16, and we'll end up using 3/8 bolts to bolt the brackets onto the beams. So you can put this in a chuck right there. You can put a chuck in there and use regular, you know, parallel drills. Use this arbor right here for the mini set, or just put the annular cutter like this right here directly into the spindle and tighten it down. It does have 2 set screws that you tighten down on the flats, and that's how an annular cutter works right there. So these cutters from KBC seems to be pretty good quality. They got a nice sharp grind on them. I think they'll do pretty well. I'm going to start with this corner right here. We're going to have a 50-foot air hose right there, so we'll have a hose reel there, and then directly above it we're also going to have a cord reel mounted up there. So I had the electricians install this 20-amp receptacle right there. It's on its own breaker, and that cord reel that we're going to be putting up there is rated for a 20-amp receptacle there. So that's why I had them install that, and I'll show you the setup right here. So this is the hose reel that we're going to use, and what I do is I just stack them in there and just measure in the center distance with enough clearance there in between it. And this is that's the cord reel. We got this nice heavy-duty box there that's you know, like weather resistant. So they said if you need to take that outside to plug into it, it'll be safe for that. And I think it's I can't remember the length that we decided on that. It might be 75 foot, so that's going to work out pretty good. Both of them are going to have these pivoting brackets that they will be mounted to. So we've got the bracket clamped in the place where I want it, and we'll have like 22-inch center to center between the 2 brackets. I finally remembered to bring me a torpedo level down here, so I'm using this right here on the bronze bushing, since that should be nice and straight. So we just leveled out the bronze bushing there, and then we'll use a transfer punch and a hammer to transfer the hole locations for all 4 of the holes. We'll do that, then move this up here, clamp it on, level it, do the same thing up there, then we'll drill it. I got Joe's lift right there. I think that'll probably make it a lot easier to not only get up here and drill it, but probably use that to my advantage to pick the hose reels up and get them mounted on the brackets too. So we'll set the mag drill up and get to drilling. All right, let's drill some holes. So one of the reasons why I got this mag drill is because of it being kind of lightweight. And you can see I can pretty well easily pick it up with one hand, so you can easily grab it with 2 and get it up here on this beam. Now I've got the center pointer kind of down, and you can plunge it in and then lock the mag. And that should be good right there. All right, it seems sturdy. I don't think it's going to pop off there. And I'm not using the coolant, but I am going to use this right here to lubricate the cutter, this foamy cutting fluid. All right, here we go. Earplugs. There it is. That's our first hole with the Evolution. That worked pretty good. That cutter's nice and sharp. What I'm gonna have to be careful about is remembering which switch to disengage. So the mag switch is on the back of it. The motor switch is up here on the top of it right here. So I gotta remember not to demag it and let it drop. So let's take it off, and I'm gonna clear those chips out of the way. Having the right tools make it easy.
It's very cool that it sticks on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna just preload the center a little bit like that. There we go. The motor is a little bit loud, so I'd advise using your hearing protection.
Easy.
All right. Working nicely. Working on our upper mount here now. One pounced back and went down my shirt.
No.
No, I didn't. No, I think that at all. It's just getting into a rhythm, you know, to do the right thing here.
We'll just get all the bolts in there and then I'll re-level, make sure the bushing's nice and plumb.
Where are you going to take me for lunch?
That's a great question. I was wondering the same thing.
Were you?
Is it going to be a sandwich day? We had a burger yesterday. Is that payment for filming?
Of course. Does that mean I get to pick?
You do get to pick.
Ooh.
Yes, you do. All right, we'll snug a couple of these guys up so that we can bump it around. I'm gonna ask you if you'll go down there and get my little hammer for me.
I sure will. And now I get dessert.
Yep. I guess it's Smokies then. I know you can't see it, but...
No, I can't.
Oh, sorry. All right, I think that's gonna be close enough right there. Level.
Square to the world?
It should be square to the world. Thought I heard it beat there. Now I need my earplugs back in, huh? Just getting the other part of the swing bracket mounted onto the reels here. All right, these guys are ready to mount. All right, so we're gonna try to use the lift here to our advantage. Got this piece of plywood that we put the reel on. And I think I can use this to raise it up right where I want to go. So this one's going to go up to the top one. Let's see if this thing will pick us up. And I'm going to do something like this right here. So go up a little bit more. I got to find the joystick. Where's it at? There it is.
Sorry. This is a good idea, though.
Yeah, this worked out pretty good. So see it. Oh, just line it up. Let me find my. Okay, I left
What
the
can
bolts.
I hand you?
Well, I left the bolts right here.
Okay.
All I gotta do is drop the bolts in. It's there.
All right.
Can you see it?
Not really, but the camera can.
Just like that.
Come on, baby.
Come on. All right. I think I'm too high. Let me drop it down just a little bit. Like that. Come on, man. There ain't nowhere to grab this thing.
Yeah.
It tries to move on you. Everywhere you grab it, it moves. There we go.
You got it.
All right,
Nailed it.
there it is.
Easy. Ooh.
All you have to have is thousands of dollars worth of machinery, tools, and equipment to get it done, right? Abby loves that one.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, let me come down here out of the way.
I love that they're bright red. They look so pretty.
Oh, they have a great color. Let me go ahead and put the washer and nut on here. There we go. Yeah, we can move it over a little bit so we can see it. So what I'm gonna, so since it's at an angle, it's gonna try to pivot, but what I do is I pinch it just slightly to give it resistance. That's how I did it at the other shop. So I've got my wrench and impact here.
Sorry about my coughing.
A little bit more. There we go. So you can just pinch it a little bit, and that way it'll just kind of stay. And you can fine tune that. Better to use a wrench, and you can kind of fine tune it where you want. But look at that.
It looks great.
Got our first cord reel up there. It's going to be sweet. And I need to make sure it's going to reach, and yes, it will. It'll just reach that. All right, let's get our hose reel up there now.
Yep.
Did I go too far?
Nope.
I think I'm too high again.
Yep.
There ain't no easy
No.
feathering of that thing. It's just on or off. There
Got
it is.
it.
All right. Okay. We are getting close here.
Cooking with gas.
Yeah. Cooking with gas, huh?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. How about that?
Looks
That looks
great.
good.
It does.
Yep. And then we got our. Oh, is it gonna reach? Yeah. Look at that. He gave me just enough.
Whew.
Yeah. I've got a. I got a fitting somewhere. I need to go find it. I think he left one in there for me to put this in. All right. So I got the other fitting right here. So what we're using on all these airlines is this nylon tubing, and it's pretty neat because you can just push it in and it locks itself in. If you want to take it out, you just pull that in, pull the hose out. It's pretty nifty. So what we got to do is just screw this one into the hose reel here. That should be good to go right there. Tell you what, I'm gonna move this your way. I'm gonna see if I can purge this line. Yep, I purged it all right. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. Now it's installed. We already got a quick connect on the end of the hose as well. I'm going to go ahead and energize it. That compressor just came on. All right, there we go. We now have air. Let me go find my, I got a nozzle on that one, and we'll test it.
That is exciting.
It is. And we have power too. Make sure the cord, I think that'll be okay right there. It's not like this gets moved a lot. I mean, it's just going to be moved a little bit every now and then. Nope. Okay, I got to tighten that one up here. The the fitting for the tubing is not tight into the brass, and I didn't realize that. It would certainly help if this was tight. Seal it up good. All right, I'm gonna try that right there. See if that does it. Try it again.
That sounds much better.
I don't hear any air.
No.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm actually seeing the flag. It looks incredible.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
I think it looks great. Adds a nice bit of USA to the shop.
Yeah.
So I'll have to adjust the cord reel there so I can reach it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a big project done. Oh, it feels good.
All right, so let's check out the Reel Safe mechanism here. And this first time I've actually seen it and used it. All right, so how it's supposed to, I'm not gonna let go of it, but I'm gonna walk with it and see how fast it does it. There you go.
So it doesn't slam back.
Exactly. It's a safety feature that they're offering on some of their reels now, so that in the event that the catch gets loosened up, the hose isn't just whipping around and hitting people and hitting things, you know? So
that's nice.
It's just a safety feature to slow the rate of retract. Perfect.
Very cool.
All right, we are done here, and now it's time to move down to the next one. All right, so we're moving on to our smaller, the 1/4 inch. Well, it's over there, I think. But anyway, we're gonna mount another one of these brackets right here. These are the ones that are kind of adjustable and you can lock them in. And it's gonna mount right up there, just like that. I've already got my holes transferred. And I swapped out the cutter to a 3/8 diameter. These are going to be 5/16 bolts. The other ones I was using were I was using a 7/16 cutter. I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room to get this thing in here and it wasn't tight. Of course, it's going to hang up on one thing right there. All right, so I'm going to use my little spring trick again and like that, load the center up. And what I like to do is just circle my punch marks so that I can easily see them.
Nice.
Did you hear the drain over there? Mm-hmm. That was the condensate drain on the air compressor. That's the first time I heard it go off like that. See it pop out of there?
I sure did.
The center is spring loaded, so whenever you come through, it pushes the plug out of the hole there.
That's awesome.
You got your safety squints on?
Let me see yours. We have proper safety gear on.
They even got hearing plugs in.
Yep.
I did put this on backwards, and I think that this, because of this support, it needs to be against the beam there. So I'm going to take this back off and swap this bracket around the other way. I forgot all about that. So what did y'all do on your Memorial holiday weekend?
He made me work the entire time.
Probably out doing fun things, going to the beach, going shopping, I don't know.
It's funny, when you live anywhere near a tourist area, you stay home for the big tourist holidays.
Well, I spent time in my shop hooking up my new hose reels and cord reels.
Which is exciting.
Exciting for me. And then we get to do the big barbecue tomorrow.
Yes.
We got some steaks to cook for the family. All right. Now this one, I do not have a quick connect on this one here, so we're not going to be energizing it. But all we got to do, he gave me some extra hose right here, so. How about that?
Yep.
That's it. Here we go.
Nice.
Just got to get a quick connect. We'll do that next week. We'll get this one sealed up all the way. But yeah, I'll just crack it down there to test it. Get the pin in there. All right, we are done with that one. And there goes a wrench.
Yep.
So I am going to, you see this? We have a cord reel right here that I'm going to be mounting on the wall. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it on the inside of the beam here. That way I know that it will reach the receptacle right there. So I'm going to do that. So just more of the same that you've already seen. I think Abby's ready for some lunch.
I am.
And it is the holiday weekend, so we may get into some other things too. But I'm going to continue working on getting the rest of the reels hung. So we've got an electrical cord reel that's going to go there. And then over there on that beam above the compressor, I'm going to hang the other 50-foot hose reel there. And I have one more electric cord reel that I may end up putting over there, but I don't know yet if I'm going to put it there or not. So we're going to work on these next. So the center web of the beam here is too thin for the mag drill to be able to bite down and hold. I was going to start drilling holes, and I just can't get the magnet to stick. It's just too thin. I'm going to hand drill those. I'm going to use one of these Vortex drills. I've shown these before. Also got these from KBC Tools. There's your part number right there if you're interested in this set. What's really nice about these drills is the way they're ground. They're ground like a step drill. So when you're using these for hand drilling applications, they have a lot less tool pressure, and it's not as hard to get a hole through something with this type of drill grind versus a conventional jobber drill. So I think that's where these types of drills really shine, is for hand drilling operations. They do have the 3 flats, so you can chuck them. You ain't got to worry about them spinning on the shanks there in the drill. So I've got the 13/32 chucked up in the drill, and let's see how that does with some hand drilling. Ah, that chip was hot. That worked out good. Easy does it. Get it bolted on here, and then I can transfer the other holes. Okay, we've got our other cord reel mounted up there, and the hand drilling went just fine. This guy right here, I may end up taking that off and flipping it over the other way. I might do that, just do that off camera. But that's gonna work pretty good. I'm gonna end up having, this is where the Miltronic CNC mill is gonna sit right in this general area. And I know that's gonna be behind it. My plan was to position it over here to the left side so that if I want to use this, all you got to do is just reach right up here next to the machine and grab it and go. Our universal bracket for the cord reel, I got it snugged up so it'll stay where you want. So that's going to work out nice and convenient there. Tucked out of the way. And if we need an extension cord, there it is. Bam. All right, so we've got 2 more to hang. We've got one more of these. This is the 3/8 by 50 footer. And then I got one more cord reel over there, and I was trying to decide on where I want to mount it. I'll show you. I've got one more of these universal brackets. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and order another one of these because I'm one short, and go ahead and get another one of these coming. But we'll go ahead and get this guy mounted up. And the plan is I'm going to mount the hose reel right up there just above the airline. And then the cord reel, I think I'm going to mount it right here on the inside of this I-beam. Get another one of these guys and we'll bolt it in there just like this. And that way the cord reel is kind of tucked inside this wall right here out of the way until we need it, kind of like that right there, to just be up a little higher. I thought about maybe mounting it right there, but I don't like how far it sticks out. So I think we'll just mount it right in that area there. So 2 more to go and we'll pretty well be done with all the hose and the cord reels. I'm working on getting the other 2 reels mounted up here on that beam, and I ran into an issue, didn't think about it till now. That particular beam, that's like a regular I-beam, and it's more narrow than these fabricated beams right here. So what that was causing a problem is with the bracket that I wanted to mount up there. So this hole pattern is wider than the actual beam flange there. So what I decided to use, I'm going to use this guy right here, and I'm just going to reverse it. This is the side that always mounts right there. You can see that hole pattern matches up. But you have all these other hole patterns because this is a universal bracket for a lot of the reels. I'm just going to simply reverse it, and we're going to use this inner hole pattern right there, and that'll work on the beam. And then the other bracket that's going to mount to this guy right there, the hole pattern isn't exactly the same. It's the same width, but the center to center on the link there is slightly different. We need to add about a 1/2 inch total to that. So I'm going to modify it, and that's what I'm working on. We're over here on the KBC mill. All right. And I'm just going to modify the length of the holes there. We've already got one done using a 7/16 end mill, and we're just going to slot them a little bit. By the way, we've got a new light here on the KBC mill that I added over the weekend. That worked out pretty good. That's a really nice light. I bought this from IT Supply. It's a made in USA light, surprisingly, and swivels really nicely. You can position it where you want, and that's going to work out pretty good. So I'm going to get this slotted and bolted on. I got all of our hose reels hung, so I thought while I was at it, I'd go ahead and let's drill one more hole and get my fire extinguisher mounted right here. I plan on adding maybe 1 or 2 more of these, but since this is the one that came with the shop, I wanted to go ahead and get it hung. All right, there we go. All right, guys, we just finished the install of all of our hose and cord reels with the exception of this one cord reel here. I do have a order in for one of those universal angle brackets, and then whenever that gets here, we'll get it drilled and mounted to the beam, and that'll be the last one to go up. So we've got our 3/8 by 50 foot hose reel mounted up there, and that worked out real good, you know, flipping the bracket and using the other holes. And this is gonna work out really good right here. For this area of the shop, we'll be able to use this for the American pacemaker or the Miltronics or for whatever we need. We got a nice long hose there that we can use. So I was going to show you again, this is the Real Safe model. So It's not going to spring back real fast and whip around and cause damage or anything like that. So that worked out really good. All right, and then we also over here, I went ahead and modified this air hose reel. I went ahead and flipped it upside down and made that look a little bit nicer, rerouted the tube. And also I took the tube and just kind of zip tied it to the back of the airline here to kind of clean that up and make that look a little bit nicer. I did the same thing for that airline over there as well. Just zip tied it to the blue airline, kind of make it a little more clean. We got our air compressor working pretty good, and it is now making air and supplying the shop with all of our needed shop air. So let me show you this. We now have the flex arm ready to use. We've got one of the airlines hooked to it, just one of these guys right there pulled over there to it, and let's check it out. This is your reversing switch right here. So that's going to be sweet. We can move this cart around anywhere in the shop that we want to and be able to pull any of our air hoses over to this guy and use it. I still need to get me a vise that's going to be dedicated to this cart. This is just temporary. I mounted the Wilton up here just so I'd have a vise to use when I was taking those brackets apart. All right, so that's pretty exciting. Got the flex arm ready to go. That's going to be fun being able to use that and tap some holes with it. Over here, we've got these guys finished up. I'm excited about. We finally have our fire extinguisher properly mounted, and I do want to get a couple more of these guys and put them in the shop, get the stickers that indicate the fire extinguisher location, and work on that as well. Really happy with the way this turned out right there. I've got the box adjusted so I can reach up and grab it, and we can pull this guy anywhere in the shop that we want to. We can pull it outside and use it out there if we need to, or if somebody needs some power outside. That's going to work real good. I believe that's either 75 or 100 foot of cord on a 20 amp circuit right there. So that is nice. I'm real happy with the way those turned out. They look great. So this area right over here is going to be like the welding and fab area. It'll also be used as like a like a general work area, having a workbench if you need to go to a vise, take things apart, just wrench on things. That's what this spot is going to end up being. So we're going to continue to work on this and build this area out, get a nice heavy duty welding table in here or a workbench that we can work on and be able to do our welding, all of our work that we need to do. We've got a dedicated airline right there. We've got extension cords, so it is ready to go. This is where I'm going to end up mounting the gas reels. We've got the one for oxygen acetylene and a gas reel for like argon or inert gas. And what I'll probably do is get me some Unistrut, maybe build me a little Unistrut frame there that we can mount the gas hose reels up here. And my plan was to have this spot right in here. I'll get like oxygen acetylene and a gas bottle in here, and they'll be mounted against this wall. We'll have to build some kind of bracket to where they're fastened into next to the wall here, and then just plumbed into our hose reels above it there, our gas hose reels. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about getting that done and adding a welding machine. I still haven't decided on what kind of welding machine that I want to acquire for the shop yet. I'm just not sure, but that's the general idea for this area of the shop right over here. So I think that's it. This is going to be the end of the install. I'm real happy with the way everything turned out. The Reelcraft reels just look excellent in the shop. High quality product. I would recommend them to anybody for your shop air needs. Check them out. They've got all kind of different products available for just about any kind of need out there. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed. Maybe this helped you out a little bit, give you some ideas for some shop air or cord reels for your shop. And I've got plenty more to do here. We're going to continue working on the shop and adding our machines, our tools, our equipment, and our supplies to continue building this place out and making it a good working and functional shop that we can start working out of and making some parts. All right, we'll see you guys later.